You know, when he's healthy, when he's this, when he's that. I blew my bicep, partial tore my bicep, same injury he had October, full 3 months later versus Angarbayev after dropping 30 pounds. You know, I mean, he doesn't need this much time. It's 6 months. There's no excuse. He should just arm us. Like, and also he says he's going to flash me. Like, you know, everybody's like, oh, he's going to break Michael's arm. Well, hell, I'm just an old Kingsman, bro. I'm not that strong. He should just take the match regardless. This whole shit about if he's healthy and if he's fit, I think that's bullshit too.
As we just saw, Michael Todd is visibly mad at Levan Saginashvili for not defending his title against Michael in June at East vs West 23. The comparisons that Michael is making are kind of right and justified in a manner, because despite having bicep surgery, Michael went for a title shot against Angarbayev in less time than what Levan would have in June if he accepts a fight against Michael. So is it already announced that Michael versus Levan will not happen in June? Let's try to look at some of the evidence out there. Michael being mad at Levan isn't the only indication that this match may not be happening, despite the organization openly speaking about their desire to host this match in Michael's hometown. The second indication is Dexter Tan saying that whether Michael wins or loses against Kamil, his match against Levan isn't confirmed, because nobody knows how long Levan will take to recover and to get back to 100% strength shape. And we have to keep in mind that the whole point of this Kamil versus Michael match was to justify Michael's match against Levan by putting Michael in the top 5 rankings of the world. That's the only reason why this match is happening. No one asked for this match. And if despite this match happening, the Michael versus Levan match doesn't happen, then I think this match also doesn't make any sense. And I kind of agree with their decision of making this match to decide whether Michael deserves a chance against Levan or not. Because let's be honest, if you cannot beat anyone in the top 5, you do not deserve a shot against Levan. Yes, Kamil as of now is ranked 5. We can say that he also deserves a chance, but he hasn't beaten everyone else, or he hasn't proven that he can beat everyone outside of top 5. Michael has. Kamil even recently lost to Morozov, who is not in the top 5. But I don't think you can name a single person outside of top 5 who can defeat Michael. And also we have a third indication telling us that this match is not happening. It is Devin already announcing publicly that his right arm match against Vitaly is for the world title in April, just like their left arm match in February. How much more evidence do we need to know that Michael versus Levan isn't happening in June, and Michael will probably miss the best opportunity of his life to become the champion in his hometown? And I think now Michael is doing the most logical thing by calling out Levan in an aggressive and slightly provocative, emotional manner. Because Levan is the only one who can confirm this match. Who is right? Who is wrong? We can discuss that too. Ideally, a contracted athlete like Levan should not be able to say no to a super match, but there is always an exception. And East versus West does have this exception for the champions. The champions get to decide most of the times whether they want to defend their title against a particular person or not. And in this case, Levan is injured. Injuries are always exceptions. You don't want injured athletes to show up in your events, especially when they're getting paid per match and not a fixed monthly or annual salary. It is basically no financial loss to the organizers. That's why the Morozov versus Devin match didn't happen, because Morozov is not on a salary, and that Devin versus Morozov match can happen in the future too. So is Michael trying to say that he's not as strong as the other challengers like Devin, like Vitaly, like Hermes? So that's why Levan doesn't need to be 100%. He doesn't need to be fully recovered to defend his title successfully. But I think Michael also has a point there, because if Levan has said publicly that he's going to flash pin Michael 6 times in a row, 4 times in a row, or maybe he's even going to break Michael's arm, then probably he doesn't need to be 100% to beat Michael. After defeating Devin the second time around, Levan did say that his wrist in that match was only about 60% of its best shape. So it's not like he always competes when he's in 100% shape. If he can make that exception against the number 2 guy in the world, Devin, then he can make this exception for the future possible number 5 guy in the world, Michael Todd, as well. Send your thoughts in the comment section about this topic. Please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you again.